Hey, how you doing out there in YouTube land? This is Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. Today, not so hot today, and not too smoky. A little bit cooler, like about 79 degrees today. A lot nicer day after all these hot and smoky days. Had a little break. Well, we got an unboxing for you here today. Unboxing. This is an eBay purchase. It's coming from Ashbrook 828. Ashbrook 828. Okay, doing the unboxing today is my one and only ZT 4562. I absolutely love this knife. This is becoming one of my favorites. I absolutely love these. I love it because I love the shape of it. I love the size of it. I love how comfortable it is in my hand. And I think it's cool because it's my first ZT too. And out of my first ZT, it's one that I really like. I really like this knife. All right, here we go. Let's open this up and see what we got here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. ZT number 2. ZT number 2 coming up. Remember I talked about trying to find a used one that I could actually carry and use all the time. I'm gonna collect the brand new one I bought. And so I wouldn't look for a used one. This is a used one I found on eBay. Centered out nicely. Looks pretty good too. Oh, it's smooth. The tip's perfect. I always check tips because lots of times I think people sell nice because they blunt their tips. This one looks good. The edge looks good on it too. I don't see any chips or flaws in the edge. Got a couple scuffs on the handle, but they're like almost unnoticeable. And that's the reason why I wanted to get a used one. Because a used one, I'll use. I won't be trying to collect the used one. This one I'll actually use a lot. Let's see how sharp it is. All right. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. The edge is good on it. All right, got a good deal. Paid $170 for it. $170 for it. And it comes with all the brochure and all the material. Just like the new one did. So basically, he kept everything. See, this is the reason why you keep the boxes, because to me it adds the value. I saw it with the box and I said, that might be a nice one. Absolutely love it. This one will be staying out. This one will be the collector, the brand new one I got. And the used one I got will be the user. And they look the same. Markings are all identical. Grinds are all identical. Good to go. Well, let's get into some measurements real quick for you guys. I know we did it on this one already, but we'll do it on this one too. 9 inches. Just a touch under 9 inches. Same here. Okay. Blade. Okay. Just about a little bit shorter than 3 3/4. Mm-hmm. 5 1/4 for the handle. 5 1/4 for the handle. We're good to go. Yeah, these are nice. Absolutely love the 045 or 0462. I think that's the correct code for it, or correct name, title for it. Check out the thickness. These are supposed to be 4 millimeters. .92, 3.94, 3.81 out there. Okay. 3.91 or 90. 3.76 out here. So the used one is showing that it's a little bit thicker. Just a touch though. There's probably just the grinding from the factory. I imagine they can never get them exactly the same all the time. Beautiful. I absolutely love them. The weight on these, .8. 3.8. Good to go. 220. I paid, what was it? Can't remember what I paid for this one now. So I'm not even gonna try to comment on it. I know it was up there. It was up there. Oh, 225. That's what I paid for it. 225. 225 for this one, 170 for this one. This one has a little tiny scuff right here and a little tiny scuff right here, but it's not like it, you know, because this is the natural color of the titanium, so it's not even a scratch. It's just a rub mark. So this is really good. This one's in really nice shape. I'm really happy with it. But that's just going to be a little short one for this. I just want to get into these and let you guys know what I think about my ZTs. Absolutely love them. These are my 2 ZTs. Now I got 2 ZTs. One to carry and one to use and one to collect. The new one's going to get collected. The used one's going to get used. Absolutely love it. That's it for these. That's all I got to say for these. I absolutely love this red carbon fiber. And I love the titanium handle scales on the other side. I love the blades. This is a 20 CV blade. 20 CV. Yep, 20 CV. I love the grind on the blades. I love the flat grind on the blades. I love the swedge on the top. I love the Persian style blade. I love the flipper that saves my fingers. Everything about it. It's a very nice knife. Do I think it's worth $225? Yes, I do think it's worth $225. But I would rather see it be like $180 to maybe $210 or somewhere around there. I think, you know, because it has a 20 CV blade, so it's not going to be a cheap knife. And so I would like to see this more in real carbon fiber with the titanium, and it's American made. So, you know, it's hard to get this one under $200 with all the you know, the things that it has in it. But I would like to see these like be more competitive with like a Spyderco's. You know, they're the quality knives in about the same range. But these are a little bit, but the Spyderco's I have that I paid $180 for, or $70 for, they don't have titanium. And they don't have real carbon fiber. They have the carbon fiber single ply, which is really nice though. And they only have 30 CV blades instead of 20 CV blades. So, I guess maybe these are priced right. Very nice knives. I highly recommend these. These are awesome. And I'm not a big ZT fan because they make a lot of models that look like they're trying to be heavy duty. And I just don't think of a frame lock knife as a heavy duty knife. The knives I like heavy duty blades on are like my my triads. For example, a couple of them right here. This one has a Scorpion, angiotypical Scorpion lock, which I think is a super strong lock because it only can come undone if you loosen up your grip. As long as you got a strong grip, this one's not going to come undone. And this one, I think this is the biggest bang for your buck. This is these are under $60. Got a almost 5mm, 4.8 millimeter blade. Sure, it's HCR 13 MOV, but you know that's a decent budget still. I know it's from China. That's what the problem is. People have with it. I think it's a Chinese steel. The Chinese are coming up though. You know, they're starting to make good steels, and I like that RPM 9. You know, so, you know, don't knock it until you try it. That's all I got to say. But when I want a heavy-duty knife, I want something with a triad lock. These are knives I would use for heavy-duty things. I wouldn't use a liner lock or a frame lock, plunge lock, or any of those other kind of locks, except for maybe a deadbolt. Deadbolts and triads, to me, those are the heavy-duty folders. These knives, the deadbolts, this is a super strong folder too, like a triad. And this one has a flipper too, so it's like double safe, but this knife's not going to fold in on your hand. And that one's the linchpin. This is the Trask. This one's got a D2 blade. The other one has a German Krupp 4116 stainless steel blade. This one has a D2 blade. They're nice and thick with a super strong lock. These are what I would call heavy duty knives. Deadbolts and triads. These are heavy duty. These are what I would call heavy duty EDC knives. Now frame locks, I know they're stronger than, you know, they're supposed to be stronger than liner locks, but they're nowhere near like one of these, as far as strength is concerned. These are, you know, 3 times as strong as this. This might hold, you know, I don't know, probably near around 200 pounds or something like that. Maybe a little bit more. This holds, who knows how much this holds. We saw it go up against the deadbolt, and the deadbolt failed at almost 600 pounds, and this one just kept going. I think they went up to 650 and they stopped because they just ran out of weights. But I've never seen this one tested, but I could tell by the way it's constructed that it would be a strong lock, as long as you're holding on to the handle. Now, if you let go of the handle and you're holding it back here, it might pop loose. But if you're holding on to the handle in the proper grip, this one's not going to come loose. And it's a fun fidgeter, too. It's probably one of the most fun fidgeting cold steels. I absolutely love the 8015. I wish they would have made the Scorpion, I mean not the Scorpion lock, but the, what's the new one? The Shark lock, but the company ended before they could have made that deal. That would have been awesome if they would have had the Shark lock, because then everybody would be able to experience it. Not just a selected few like it is now. That's one thing I sort of have against the Shark lock, is that Andrew didn't put enough of them out there for everybody to experience them. Just put out a little small amount of knives, and only a selected few people got them the first day that they were out. In the first few days they were out and they were gone, before anybody could even know about it. But anyway, well, the people that were in the Dimco loop, found out about it, I guess. But the rest of us, we didn't know. And I've been wanting to try them out, but can't try them out because they're too hard to get. I saw a serrated one come up. What was the 20.5, the small one, serrated one for $149 on eBay. And I don't want that. I don't want a little tiny serrated knife. If I'm having a little knife with like a 3-inch blade, I want it to be a plain edge blade. I don't want a serrated blade for a little 3-inch blade. Because I'm not gonna. It's not, to me. It's not a tactical knife or anything like that. Some little knife like that. It's just for everyday cutting chores. And for everyday cutting chores, I want a plain edge. I don't want a serrated knife. Serrated knives are cool for tactical knives to me. But I absolutely love my ZTs. Now, in the way I use these, I think the ZTs are best used as everyday carry knives, or light duty knives, or self-defense knives if they got a flipper. If they got a flipper, this could be a self-defense knife. This is a self-defense knife to me. This comes on loose, it's not going to fold in on your hand. The flipper will encapsulate your fingers. Got a little glue on the tip here, I'm taking it off. Whenever you get something on your blades, always wipe it off. Don't let it just sit on your blades, because sometimes it'll stain them. You get little spots. So I always clean my blades after I use them. These look nice. Absolutely love it. This is going to be a nice addition to my drawer. This one's going to go back into being on collector status. This one you'll see me using. And that's about it. Heavy duty, light duty. Heavy duty knives, for me, this is my opinion. Everybody has their own opinion. I don't want to argue or debate or anything with anybody. I can only talk about things from my own experience. If you want a heavy duty folder, in my opinion, get one of the Dimco knives. With at least with the Triad lock. I would trust the Triad lock over any of the Dimco knives, even the Shark lock. Because I've never seen the Shark lock tested. I have seen the Triad lock tested for many years, and by everybody, from Cold Steel to personal people on YouTube. So I know this is a bad mother shut your mouth lock. This is a super bad lock. And after that, I saw the deadbolt tested by Andrew Dimco against this knife, to be exact, against this knife. I think it was the Clever Girl he tested it against it. Am I right? Was it the Clever Girl? I want to say it was the Clever Girl. My favorite deadbolt folder from CRKT. And I think it fell at like 585 pounds or something like that. But that's the most I've ever seen any knife hold next to a Triad. The ones that held the most up against the Triads before that I know of was the Bedlam. the Benchmade bed lamp, the one that they don't make anymore, that has the Persian style handle and blade. And I think it only had a 3mm blade, but it had like a real heavy handle, weighed like 7.2 ounces. It was kind of heavy for its size. And it's a beautiful looking knife though. But that one held like 400 and something pounds, I think. Like 400 pounds. Don't quote me on that. I think it was like 400 or close to 400, a little bit over 400, which is a lot of weight. To me, anytime you go over like 250 pounds, 300 pounds, that's a super strong knife as far as lockup is concerned. But when you get like 150 pounds or less, that's when I tend not to depend on so much. And then like the ones that, you know, break at like 50 pounds to 100 pounds, no. No. The only way that I would carry something like that is if it had a flipper. Because I know the flipper will protect my fingers from getting cut up. And it has to be a real flipper too. It has to be like one with a choil like this, so your hand fits inside the handle, and a flipper that comes up and sort of curves around your finger, or is at least straight. It has to be long enough too. It can't be a little tiny stubby flipper. It has to be a proper flipper. And those are the ones I tend to, you know, feel safe with. Now frame locks are strong locks too. And it's sort of like the Scorpion lock. The frame lock is in the way that as long as you're holding it and you got a really good tight grip on it, you're going to be pushing this bar on against the blade tang, so it's not going to pop back the other way and pop off the blade tang and release the blade, release the lock, and allow you to get cut. So I got a little faith in frame locks too. You know, I'm not saying that a frame lock's a weak lock. A frame lock's a strong lock, but it's just not on the same level as like a triad or a deadbolt. It's not on the same level as those. But, you know, for an everyday user knife, for a light duty knife, for a knife that you carry back and forth to work, frame lock's perfect. You know, if it's got a flipper, you know me, when I think about the flippers, it's just like added safety fixture. Before I knew about flippers, I wouldn't own a frame lock. I wouldn't own a liner lock. I wouldn't own a plunge lock. I wouldn't own a lot of these other locks you see me trying nowadays. I wouldn't have even bothered with them because I got cut up really bad by a liner lock knife. And it was a Benchmade liner lock with titanium liners. And so it wasn't a cheap knife. It was a very expensive, you know, it was an AFCK 800 series Benchmade. And that's all I used to carry back in the day until I got cut by one. Because after, you know, like I talk about liner locks, after a while, because I fidget so much that I tend to wear out the liner side. But nowadays they have these hardened steel inserts, which sort of cures that problem that I used to have with liner locks. And so, you know, I want to try one of these. I'm gonna fidget with this one until I have to probably replace the insert. And I'll let you know how that works. But this one, super tight and open down. It's a good knife. Thank you, Ashbrook 828, eBay seller. Absolutely love it. This is perfect. It's just what I need, just what I wanted. Absolutely love it. Well, these are my two ZTs now. I got two ZTs. They're both the same model. You know how I do. I had to get one to collect and one to use. Absolutely love my ZTs. Absolutely love these. These are beautiful knives. The 04562. Yep, that's right. 0462. 0462. Kai USA. Sinkovich design. Dmitry Sinkovich. He's the designer of this knife. He's a Russian knife designer. It has a serial number on it, CPM 20CV. And on the show side, there's no markings. Beautiful knife. That's all I've got for that one. Peace out, Stiletto.